Good morning and welcome back to the channel. So it's Friday morning, it's the 9th of August. Is it the 9th or is it the 8th? We're a day in front. It's the 8th of August, and as you can see, if you can see the clock, it is nearly 10 to 9 in the morning, so a nice early start. I hope you're all well. Now, I haven't been around for a bit. In fact, I think maybe 2 weeks, I think it was. I'm not too sure. I certainly haven't been out on the bike for, I think the last bike ride I did was when I went in search of a lake, which was, it's got to be knocking on 2 weeks ago now. And then I came down with the gout. The dreaded gout. Now, so, for anyone that hasn't got gout, and I hope that includes most of you, because it's a terrible, horrible thing. Unless you've got it or you know someone that's got it, it's horrible. And normally when I get the gout, which thank the Lord, I don't get many attacks. I think over the past God knows how many years, I've had 4 or 5, you know. But this one, for some unknown reason, it's just kept lasting and lasting. But finally, today is the first day that, no, sorry, I tell a lie, yesterday was the first day I could actually get a pair of trainers on. I've been walking around in like flip-floppy, sandally things. Just anything near that toe was like, oh, anyway, enough of the gout. So, but that's why I haven't been out on the bike. But to make matters even worse, in France at the moment, there's a whooping cough epidemic, and it's quite serious. You know, I mean, I think I touched on this before. I remember like back when I was a kid, which is a long time ago now. But whooping cough, I mean, lots of children, young children, mainly newborns, lost their lives against whooping cough. It's a terrible disease. Anyway, so it's rife in France now. And I didn't know this, but apparently all ages can get whooping cough. Of course, like I said, it's the very young or the very old that seem to be suffering. So I'm on the end of the scale with that one. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Anyway, but so for us, what made it sort of worrying for us is that my daughter, she's due to give birth anytime now. Anytime, literally. So of course, there's a huge rush to get lots of people vaccinated. Now, obviously, we've all been there with COVID, haven't we? You know, there are people that are like, oh, don't get vaccinated. Well, you know what? It's because of these people. The whooping cough is now back with us because, like, oh no, don't get it. So anyway, me and the wife, we went and we had our jabs. I had mine last week. She had hers the day after. So, because I don't want my little granddaughter to be born, and you know, we can't see her and all this. Plus the fact it's not just about us seeing her, it's about us keeping her safe. That's the most important thing. But two of my children came down with whooping cough. I mean, you know, as if my gout isn't enough. So my son, who is 15, he actually got it the worst. I mean, he was, to say someone goes red in the face and he's bent over trying to get your breath. I mean, it's a horrible thing. And then one of my daughters, she's 13, she got whooping cough. No, sorry, the 12-year-old, she got whooping cough. Not quite so bad, but thankfully they're over it, virtually. They've got a little bit of a cough left. It knocks them about, you know. I mean, they're fit kids, you know, but I mean, it knocks them about. Finish it off with a course of antibiotics, which apparently the antibiotics aren't to get them over the whooping cough. It's to stop them being so infectious, because they reckon one person can infect up between 15 and 30 people, and because it's airborne, it's highly contagious. So anyway, there you go. That's the whooping cough thing. So what, you know, we've been through, and of course my other daughter, my 13-year-old daughter, next Tuesday, which is very close, she's going in for the operation on her knee. Well, of course, we had to inform the hospital that there was whooping cough in the house. we also said that we've been vaccinated, blah blah blah, and as they said, as long as she doesn't show any signs of the cough, which hopefully she hasn't as yet, and hopefully she won't, then the operation can go ahead as planned, which that would be great, and that's what we're hoping for. So that's it really. That's why I haven't been about. You know, one, I couldn't get my boots on to ride the bike. Two, because the kids have been in, they couldn't. They started the antibiotics. They finished this Saturday, tomorrow, and so then they can go out then. So it's been a pretty tough. Well, I say a tough time. You know what I mean? It's tough for kids, innit? You know, I mean, and of course. I haven't done this for a while because I haven't been on for a while, but take a look at this, will you? I mean, come on. Again, our glorious summer. So this morning, we got up to this, look. Aye, rain. Look at this. Aye, look at this here. Rain. Everywhere you look. Aye. I mean, it's been cloudy, wall to wall, or sky to sky, if you want to call it grey, nearly all week. We've had very little sunshine. But today, right, in the night, it started to rain. So I was almost thinking today, because I thought, well, oh hang on, that's not quite the right angle there. I thought today, you know, now I can get my boots on, hopefully. I could have had a little ride this afternoon, but it's not looking promising, is it? So that's it really. I just wanted to sort of pop up and say hi to everybody, and yeah. Is there anything else to say? I don't think there is. I could talk about the mess in the UK, which I'm sure there is mixed emotions about, and mixed opinions would also be, but I'm not going to do that because you could open a can of worms, couldn't you? And you know, so this is a best that, you know, even if I was to say, well, this is my opinion, it would upset some people, one side or the other. So I'm not going to go into it, you know. I'm sure anybody that watches my channel, I put a thing on quite a while ago now. Someone made a racist comment on the channel. I can't do racism, yeah. So you can lead to my opinions from that one. Anyway, okay, that's about it. Hopefully I'll be back on the bike soon. I'd like to get a ride in, maybe over the weekend. Hopefully this weather. Apparently the weekend weather's supposed to be okay. If it is, that's where I'm going. I haven't done anything to the bikes much. Oh, I tell you one thing that I did do. Let's turn you around a minute. Hang on, let's just put the other light on. Oh, wrong one. Deary me. I did take off on the Transalp. Let's just lower this down a bit. If you remember, I had the Android Auto fitted here, and I took that off, and I actually sold the Android Auto, not because I don't like it. I'll tell you why in a minute. The Himalayan there, sat there, yeah, and of course the little meter over there, yeah. And I don't know whether you can make that out, but up on the wall, can you see it? There's a tyre there, yeah, and then up on the wall there is the rack. The rack that we won't mention, although we will mention it because I'm still very peed off, to say the least, with the seller who sold me a rack that's nowhere near does the job to what it was supposed to. Anyway, so quickly, Android Auto. Yeah, the reason that I sold it was because, and I suppose this is me being lazy to a certain degree. I have a Scala Rider. Although they call it something else now, don't they? Anyway, you know what I mean. On my helmet, yeah, you know, and you connect that to your phone. Now, so the one that I've got, you can connect either two mobile phones to it, or, although I don't know why you want two mobile phones, but you can. Or you can have one mobile phone and one GPS, yeah. So basically, you know, you can configure two Bluetooth items to it in one go. So obviously on the Himalayan, I one, it's connected to my phone, and then the other one is connected to the Garmin, the GPS, and that works great. It works really well. But with the Android Auto, obviously it was connected to my phone, but then the Android Auto wasn't connected because, you know, so you got the screen, and okay, you know, I just configured it all again. I had to drop off the GPS, and then I'd replace it with what this one classed then, because it was Android, as another mobile phone, and it all worked well. But then the next time you get on the next bike, you got to swap it round again. I thought to myself, you know what I mean? A simple life is all I ask for. So I actually sold that, and I was surprised. I put it on the local site here, and it went within 2 hours, I think it was. Some lady that lived extremely close to us down the road, she passed the test, and back in, I think it was March, sorry, and she's got herself a Honda 500. She didn't say which model, she said Honda 500, and she's off tour. She wants to go off touring, you know, and fair play to her. And she wanted that, so it did us both a favour. So yeah, and I also sold, believe it or not, my old Garmin that I had, the Garmin Zumo, the one that the wife got me in 2007. Because I mean, I wasn't going to use it, but it worked absolutely perfect. I put that on that site, and again, within 3 hours, I put it on for 60 quid, and it just sold, bang, went out. So yeah, I'm on a bit of a selling spree at the moment, so make me an offer. There's a boat outside, a rib with an engine, I'm selling that as well. And I don't know, anyway, offers on the bikes, anyone? Transalp, Himalayan, anything? I've got the selling mode on. So, offers on the postcard, I'm serious. Right, okay, so on that note, I'm going to leave you. I hope you're all well. Let's hope this weather gets better, yeah. I hope everyone is well, and I'll see you hopefully pretty soon out on the bike again. So for now, take care. Bye for now.